Most of the money saving tips videos on YouTube have only 5 to 15 items and they all say the same thing. So if you're interested in hearing my 50 unique money saving tips, then keep watching. This is part 1 through 25, because all that's coming up next. I have come up with a list of 50 items for you guys of money saving tips, and I really thought long and hard about this. I spent the entire week brainstorming the different ways that I save money and trying to come up with as many unique ones for you guys as possible. Because like I said, most of the videos you'll find on YouTube, they say the same things just over and over, and I wanted to give you some unique things that I do, plus maybe some commonly known ones of how to save money. So let's get down to business. This is part 1 through 25 tips. And if you're interested in hearing the remaining 25, then watch my part 2 video, which will have a link in the description box below. These are not in any kind of order of importance or total value savings. They're just my, as the random thoughts came to my head of ways that I save money. But I did make number 1, what should be number 1, which is minimalism. Adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Since I went on my minimalism journey, I have saved ridiculous amounts of money. I have been so inspired to make things homemade and to, work on my consumption and what I spend my money on, how I spend it. And I have lots of videos on that. So if you're new to my channel, then check out my playlist, Minimalism, and you'll find lots of exciting information there. Item number 2, get bids from vendors when you're getting work done on your house. So many people are quick to just call one general contractor or someone who installs carpet or someone who installs crown molding. They just contact one person and that's it. But what I do for a living is I have clients that conduct large jobs, and I actually have to go out to bid for them with multiple vendors to get the most service for the best price. You can do the same thing at home. If you need to have hardwood flooring laid in your house and you don't know how to do that yourself and you want to hire someone, don't just call one person. Call multiple vendors, ask them to come, take a look at the space, and give you a quote or a proposal. Then from those, you can select the best option. That includes even if you're selling your home or buying a home and you want a real estate agent. Contact multiple real estate agents. Number 3, buy reusable products. Instead of buying paper napkins, buy cloth napkins. Instead of buying water bottles, buy a actual plastic water bottle that you can refill. Things like that. Anything that you can reuse rather than using a one-time use item, you will save a ton of money. Number 4, buy a carpet cleaner. If you've got carpet in your house and your house is like my house with kids and dogs, then you're probably gonna have to clean your carpets. Well, rather than paying $100 or more to have someone come in and do it one time, invest with $100 or so and buy your own carpet cleaner and DIY it. Number 5, you want to budget and eliminate unnecessary expenses. If you see my other videos about how I have saved a ton of money and how I'm going to pay off my debt over the next 20 months, I did that by eliminating my unnecessary expenses. Things like my Hulu membership that I wasn't using and my Massage Envy membership that was a little extravagant given my circumstances. Cut unnecessary expenses wherever you can and you will save a ton of money. It's amazing how these different memberships add up and you've got, $50 here, $75 there, $100 there. It adds up and that money is just going down the drain if you are not using those services and they don't add a ton of value to your life. Number 6, pay cash for gas. A lot of gas stations actually offer you a discount, so many cents off per gallon, when you pay for your gas with cash. Number 7, use power strips at your major electronic stations, and you want to make sure you get power strips that have an on-off switch. So your computer station where you've got a printer and a computer and maybe a scanner or something like that, fax machine, and then in your TV stations where you've got DVD players and Wii's and TVs and things like that, you want to use a power strip that has an on or off switch so you can flip that off when you're not using those items. Those items drain power even when they're not on. If you're interested in finding other ways that I have saved money on my power bill, you can check out those videos. I'll put a link to them in the description box below, but I saved a ton of money on my power bill. It was amazing. Number 8, buy a water filter for your kitchen faucet instead of buying bottled water or gallons of water. You can save a ton of money by just having a plastic water bottle like previously mentioned in this video and filling it up, keeping it cold, you can buy an infused water bottle and put, really good like citrus and raspberries in there and have amazing flavored water. So buy a water filter for your faucet. It'll change your life. Number 9, this is a unique one that I just found out about recently, and I have a bridal set. So I have 2 bands and then my engagement ring. And I found out from my insurance company that if I get them soldered together, I will actually save $40 a year on my premium because it's now less of a liability essentially because those little bands could get lost. And that has actually happened to me just recently. One of my wedding bands went down inside my center console, like through the stick shift. And I had to take apart the entire center console to get to my wedding band. So I'm gonna be getting them soldered together. Not only will it be better for me that I'm not losing my wedding band, but it'll actually save me money on my insurance premium. Number 10, this one's a huge one. Make your products homemade. If you haven't ever made homemade beauty products or homemade cleaning products, please check out my other videos. I have playlists for both of those where I show you how to make homemade natural products. You will save so much money. Cleaners are expensive, beauty products are expensive, and sometimes the homemade versions aren't as good, and sometimes they're even better. Like my homemade sugar scrub, which I'll put a link to that in the description box below. Amazing, way better than anything I buy at the store. The one thing, even if you don't make anything else homemade, the one thing that you have to make homemade is homemade laundry detergent. I will never buy laundry detergent again. It is so expensive at the store, like maybe $8, $9 for a little gallon. If you make it homemade for $4 or less, you can make a year plus worth of laundry detergent. I made a video about 10 months ago where I made homemade laundry detergent. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. And I made that like almost a year ago, and I still have almost an entire 5-gallon bucket. It's crazy, and it doesn't spoil like quickly. So if even if it takes you a long time to use it, it'll save you a ton of money. Number 11. Grow a garden. This will save you so much money on organic produce. For this last season, I have had a never-ending supply of kale. And if you go to the grocery store, especially if you buy organic kale, you're gonna be paying maybe even $4 for like 4 leaves. Whereas if you just grow it yourself for a few dollars, you can get 6 plants, and then you have a never-ending supply of kale. So definitely grow a garden. If you're interested in that, check out my other videos about gardening. That segues into number 12, which is food preserving. Whether it's food that you've grown yourself in your garden or food that you can get in bulk when it's in season, that's like apples for applesauce or blackberries or raspberries for jam. You want to preserve the food. You can make pickled items, you can make canned salsa, you can make spaghetti sauce, and you will save a ton of money over the rest of the year on these high quality hand-baked items. Number 13, invest in a home gym. How many of us, me included, have had a gym membership that you never go to the gym? You are wasting money every single month just down the drain going to a gym that you won't even go to. And my husband and I, with our wedding fund, just bought a home gym setup, and I'm so excited because my gym membership, which I haven't been using, expires in July is when the contract is up, and now I can just work out at home. And even though we invested quite a bit of money up front, between the two of us, the money that we'll save on a gym membership over the upcoming years, we will get our money back like within a year. And then after that, we're just saving money. Number 15, wash your own car. That's such an easy way to save money. It's when you are dropping 20, 30, 40, however many dollars to wash your car, you could just do it yourself. Go to your local AutoZone or just car shop and pick up some good cleaners, buy some nice microfiber rags and wash your own car. Number 16, go join and report having gotten married with your insurance. So having since gotten married, my husband and I called my insurance provider, which is Progressive, and let them know that we're married and that we wanted to get a joint car policy. By doing that, the insurance for both of us for the entire year was less than what I was paying all by myself last year. Crazy, right? I get a huge discount just for being married. Apparently, now that I'm married, I'm a more responsible person. Number 17, buy in bulk and buy when your item is at its rock bottom price. If you start paying attention to the sales cycles and seeing when things go on sale, how much they cost, you'll start to learn what the rock bottom prices are for things. This is particularly true for meats. You want to buy your meats when they are at their rock bottom price. Also, toilet paper, you want to buy when you can get it at a very low price. Cereal, if your family eats cereal, there's so many things that you'll learn what that rock bottom price is. Buy it at that time and buy it in enough bulk that it'll last you until the next sale cycle, which may be usually around 6 weeks. Number 18, invest in a deep freezer. This is important if your family eats a lot of meats. Like I show in my videos, I'm now pretty much on a vegetarian, pescatarian diet, but there are other people in my house who eat meat, so I do buy it. And like chicken breast, I'm not gonna buy chicken breast when it's over $2 a pound. I wait until it's $1.60, $1.70, $1.80 a pound, and then I'll buy like 30 pounds of it. And when you buy that much meat, you have to have a deep freezer to put it in. So I have my deep freezer. Also, like after Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, I will buy a couple turkeys when I can get them for dirt cheap. And then if I'm having a nice meal with guests sometime later in the year, I have that available. Number 19, this is one way that I saved a ton of money. I went online through Amazon and I invested in a gel nail kit. I got the lamp, I got the nail polishes and the other supplies that I needed to do my own gel nail polish nails. Now the reason I wouldn't do my own nails very often was because when you're using regular nail polish, within like a few days, especially if you're doing dishes and stuff, it's chipping, it's flaking off, it doesn't look good. Like I'd rather not have nail polish than have like chipping, flaking, unprofessional nails. So it's hard to get a good professional job. Like if you're doing it yourself, it'll get smudged. And so when I do the gel nails, I can get a professional look all by myself because the gel polish lasts for like 3 weeks. It doesn't chip usually. If you apply it right, it'll last like up to 3 weeks and it can look super professional. So rather than paying $50, $60 every time you go to the nail salon, invest a couple $100s up front on your own gel nail kit and do your nails at home. Number 20, find a simple hairstyle that you like, as simple as possible, and do your hair yourself. So I do periodically go and get a professional trim, but as far as my color and cutting my bangs, I do that all myself. I even learned from my own hairdresser that the hair dye that they sell like at Sally's is every bit as good as what the hairstylist is gonna be using on your hair. So rather than getting highlights or lowlights, things like that in my hair, I just get an all over color. And my hair is a very basic style to where I can trim my hair and color it all by myself and have it look professional and nice. If you've got a man in your life, my husband, I cut his hair to save him a ton of money. Even though he usually just goes to like super cuts or something and they're not that expensive, that's $15, $20, $25 that he saves every 6 weeks by having me do his hair because he has a very basic haircut. And actually what I did is I hit up my hairdresser that I do go see sometimes and I let him know that this is what I wanted to do and asked him if he would give me a tutorial on how to cut men's hair. So he only charged us the cost of getting a men's haircut, and he actually gave me a one-on-one with the tools I brought from home that we use here, and he gave me a lesson on how to make a basic men's haircut. Super helpful, save your man a ton of money. Number 21, get a programmable thermostat. Like here in Las Vegas, it gets super hot during the day, your AC unit's running really, really hard, and while we're at work, maybe 8, 9, 10 hours a day, we don't need the house being cooled at the same level that we want it cooled when we're here in the house. So when you get a programmable thermostat that you can program for certain times of the day to be at certain temperatures, some programmable thermostats are smart and you can actually link them to your phone and you can control them remotely. So definitely invest in a programmable thermostat. Number 22, find a bank or credit union that has the least amount of fees. There are some banks that actually charge you a monthly checking fee. They are charging you to be able to have the pleasure of investing your money. That's not right to me. I don't want to pay someone to take care of my money when they're actually making money on my money. So I often bank with credit unions because I find that they have the least amount of fees, and that is definitely a way that you can save money over the course of a year. Number 23, refinish furniture. I've done this lots of times, especially with items that I got passed down from my parents, and these were things that were from my childhood that were sentimental to me, but they were in a style that wasn't really my style, and maybe they were in poor condition. So by refinishing the furniture myself, now I have these gorgeous modern pieces, and they have sentimental value to me, and it saved me a ton of money because to buy that quality of an item brand new would have been out of my budget. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on furniture right now. So definitely, you can go to thrift stores, you can go to garage sales if you have family, passed down family pieces. You can refinish them, make them something that you love, that's totally your style, and saves you a ton of money. Number 24, travel off season. A lot of places that are exotic or a great place to visit, they know the best times of year for tourists to come, and so the prices are really jacked up during that time. So try to find out what is the off season, and then choose to travel at that time when everything's going to be lower priced, including hotels and food and airfare and all these different things. Number 25, combine couponing with price matching and also rock bottom price sales. I know a lot of people are against Walmart, and I don't shop there all the time, but sometimes with their price matching policy, I can save a ton of money because I can go get certain household products at the same value that it's being sold at, some of we have a lot of Mexican markets here in town, and they have amazing prices. And when they send their ads, I can go to Walmart and price match the Mexican market ad, and if I'm buying other things at Walmart, and get that value of the best deal in town. So that wraps up tips 1 through 25. I hope that you found some of them helpful and unique, and maybe you haven't heard them before. If you're interested in hearing the rest of my 50 money saving tips, then check out part 2 of this video series. I'm going to put a link to that in the description box below.